Lights on up, slates full, we already locked in. Matt and Jake on the mic, let the show begin. Score, starters, who's hot and who's not. Burning daylight sports, give it everything we got. First pitch energy, no time to sleep. 15 games on the board, the grind don't cease. Don't waste the daylight, it is already on. Burning daylight sports, all day long. Two guys, one mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the dime and we gonna deliver. Don't waste the daylight. Talk no filler. If they happen on the dime and we gonna deliver.
Well, howdy there, daylight burners. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. I had a pretty good weekend all the way around. In case you were wondering, my A's team, not the West Sacramento / soon to be Las Vegas, former Oakland, Kansas City, Philadelphia A's. I'm talking about my Little League A's. They absolutely got wrecked by the parents in our parents versus kids baseball game yesterday to celebrate the end of the season. I didn't hit any out, but I was trying not to just hit comebackers up the middle. But I had one of my kids tell me to hit it to him where he was sitting down in center field. And I went ahead and put it right over his head. So that was kind of cool. And around the league, a lot of offense, few pitchers shoved, but it was a ton of offense. So quick rundown. We had the Yankees coming into West Sac. They put up a shitload of runs. JT Ginn had a nice start on Saturday. The A's offense did get rolling. Brent Rooker hit a bomb. Nick Kurtz hit a bomb. Tyler Soderstrom is starting to be real hot. The defense, not good. Really missing Jacob Wilson there at short. So he looks like he should be back soon, I hope. Severino got lit up. He exited the game after the first inning on Friday. And now he's headed to the IL with right elbow soreness, I believe. There's a right shoulder, right arm shoulder-ish area. I'm not sure exactly what I can look that up real quick because I can do that. All right. We'll pop it up here. Pop it up so you can see. Same as me. All right. AL West. Right shoulder strain. So that's not good. So the pitching for the A's got markedly worse. JT Ginn, when he's on, he is really on. Anyway, Yankees take the series 2-1. A's able to steal one on Saturday, and then they gave up 13 runs in the third inning yesterday, and then held them scoreless after that. End up still losing 13-8. It's a rough day when your offense puts up 8 runs and you still lose by 5. That's tough. However, wasn't as bad as the Rockies, who lost by 13 runs. 19-6 was the final yesterday, but they did take the series from the Giants 2-1. D-backs went up to the Mariners in Seattle and got swept all 3 games. The Rays continue their run of good luck. They take the series from the Angels 2-1. White Sox stay hot. They sweep the Tigers at home. The Tigers they've been reeling since Skubal has went down. And then they did get Kerry Carpenter back, but not much good news to report out of Detroit at all. Twins at the Pirates. Pirates making a case in the National League Central. They take the series 2-1. And the Cleveland Guardians, they drop a series to the a home series to the Red Sox 2-1, still atop the American League Central. Blue Jays split a 4-game set with the Orioles, and both those teams just kind of mucking it up in the afterthought that is the rest of the AL East behind the Yankees and the Rays who lead it. Talked about the Giants and the Rockies. Giants suck. They truly suck. They did open up a can of whoop ass at Coors yesterday, but Rockies take the first two, and Giants avoid the sweep in grand fashion. Phillies headed into Chavez Ravine. They split they dropped the series 2-1. Yamamoto absolutely shoved this weekend. Brewers at the Astros. Brewers stay hot behind that lively, longest fuck arm from Jacob Misiorowski. He threw 20 or more pitches in the first inning, all fastballs, all of them over 100 mile an hour. Dude is dominant. It's also worth noting that the dude is 6'10" with the best extension in the league. So not only is it leaving his hand at like 103 mile an hour, it's also basically coming from right in front of your face. I mean, that's obviously an exaggeration, but it's 60 foot 6 inches from the rubber to the plate. And he steps damn far and extends out so much that his hand is basically on the infield grass as he releases the ball. It's wild. Cubs at the Cardinals. Cardinals take a series at home from the Cubbies, who continue their struggle. I still have them on my June swoon watch. Cardinals take that series 2-1. Braves at the Reds. The Reds avoid the sweep yesterday as the Braves melt down in the ninth. Braves still stay hot, take the series 2-1. And the Mets, trying to get back into things, they sweep the Marlins at home in New York at Citi Field. 3-0 there. Padres drop a series to the Nationals. Nationals playing tough at home, and that offense still continues to rake. Zach Littell with a good outing. He's been solidly pretty good. Forrest Griffin has also been pretty good pitching wise for them. They still give up way too many runs, but they have shown that they can outslug you. CJ Abrams and James Wood leading the charge there. And then the Royals absolutely suck. I was a little bit off on my prediction about it being a low scoring affair. I know I lost one of those bets. I bet a first 5 under of 4.5, and I believe the Rangers scored 4 in the first, and they ended up scoring 7. I think 7 on that one. So I lost that. But Rangers sweep the Royals at home. The Royals got nothing really going for them at all. That was a quick recap of the series. Let's get into a little deeper analysis. I'll pop up the scoreboard from yesterday. As we go through them all real quick. A's at the Yankees. First game on Friday, Yankees win 8-2. Carlos Rodon goes 6 innings, 1 earned, 3 punch outs for the Yankees. Goldschmidt hit a 3-run shot, and then Ryan McMahon and Ben Rice also go deep. Luis Severino, he's 2-6 on the year. He gets lit up, exits after the first, later to the IL. That was the Yankees' 5th straight win coming in. Saturday, JT Ginn steals the show. A's win 6-4. They tried like hell to give it up in the 9th, though. They walked 3 runs in the 9th, made it way closer than it should have been. Top of the 9th was 6-1 A's. 3 runs cross, all from walks or hit by pitch. Langoliers, Nick Kurtz, all hit 2-run homers. Tyler Soderstrom as well. Yankees get to 2 back of the division, but they can't. Or they get 3 back. A's It was a feel good win in front of the home crowd, but it didn't last long. Yesterday, third inning for the Yankees, they almost tied their franchise record. They hit 13. They drove in 13 runs. They sent 18 batters to the plate, so they batted through the order twice. Ben Rice hit a double and a triple in the same inning. Weathers on the mound for the Yankees. He had to wait 43 minutes. That one inning, 11 hits, 4 walks, 4 steals, and 75 pitches thrown. 3 different A's pitchers: Lopez, Kelly, and then I forget who ended up finishing up that inning, but they didn't score the rest of the game. The bullpen held it down. There was talk of Carlos Cortez, who's our corner outfielder. Usually plays right, but he can also play second base, and he's a all-around guy. He's become our new leadoff hitter. And there was talk about rolling him out there to pitch because he'd done so previously this year, but didn't need it. The bullpen held him to 13. A's came roaring back. They got 8. But yeah, Ben Rice is on an absolute tear this year. A 2-run double and a 2-run triple in the same inning. He was one of the 3 Yankees with 2 hits in the same frame. There weren't any home runs allowed yesterday from the A's, but that one inning, that was a big one. Brett Rooker hit a solo shot, and then Jonah Heim, the backup catcher, added to that with a 3-run tank off of Tim Hill. Made the game respectable. David Bednar closed it out. Wasn't really wasn't a save situation. Yankees finished 5-1 on their road trip, and they moved to 36-23. A's dropped to 28-31, and I don't know if it's more impressive or embarrassing for that 13-run innings, but either way, A's pitching staff is a hot mess of a dumpster fire right at the moment. And all right, so D-backs at the Mariners. Seattle stays hot. Their pitching is dirty good, and they cool off the red-hot Diamondbacks, They win 7-6 in the 10th inning on Friday. J.P. Crawford had a multi-homer game. First one of his career. He had a leadoff home run off a Gallon in the first, and then a 2-run shot in the 5th. Julio Rodriguez and Luke Raley also joined the party. 4 combined homers in that game for the Mariners. Diamondbacks battle back and tie it in the 10th, and then Crawford makes a diving catch to kill the D-backs rally. Randy Arozarena walks it off with a double to center field, 98 mile an hour off the bat, scores Crawford, and that's the Mariners' 4th straight win. They come back again on Saturday. They win 5-1. Brian Wu had 7 shutout innings with 9 punch outs. Luke Raley and Julio Rodriguez stay hot. They homer for the 2nd straight game. 4 solo shots for the Mariners in the first 3 innings. Julio Rodriguez, that home run on Saturday was his 10th of the month of May. And Luke Raley hits his 13th of the year, tied for the team lead. First time the Mariners are over 500 since March 30th. And then yesterday, another late inning or extra innings battle. Mariners take it 3-2. Another walk-off. Arozarena scores the winning run rather than hitting the walk-off hit. But Victor Robles, as an infield single, his first walk-off hit of his career. 6-game winning streak for the Mariners. They are first in the West by 2.5 games over the A's. The Seattle offense starting to wake up, and that pitching is really hitting its stride. The piggyback starting situation for the Mariners is interesting between Miller and Castillo, but it seems to be working out. Miller gets the start yesterday with Castillo coming in relief. Yeah, Mariners are doing things fun way and the boring way, and then also the ugly way, and they just get it done. The Rays stay hot there in the East. They take 2 out of the series with the Angels. They win 8-5 on Friday. Wade Meckler hits his first career grand slam as a part of the Angels 4 home run day. That was a Saturday. Sorry. So Angels win that one 14-3. Really put up. They hit 4 home runs total, and Rays pitching staff gets just torched. And then Sunday, they battle back. Shane McClanahan on the mound for the Rays. He went 5 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 3 punch outs, no walks, all on 70 pitches. He's now 4-0 with a 1.41 ERA through 6 starts in May. Lowest ERA among AL pitchers working 30-plus innings in the month of May. Jonathan Aranda hits a home run in the first. Logan O'Hoppe answers for the Angels in the 7th. Brian Baker gets his career-high 16th save. And the Rays win their 6th straight home series, and they hold on to the AL's best record and the AL East lead. Angels fall to 23-37. The Rays at 36-20. Over in the Central, don't like to talk about the Tigers right now, but we got to. The White Sox get the home sweep. Troy Melton for the Tigers on Friday. He went 7 innings, 1 earned for the Motor City Kitties. Really good quality start that gets absolutely ruined. Tigers are up 3-1. Then Miguel Vargas hits a 2-run walk-off homer with 2 outs in the 10th. White Sox flip it 4-3. White Sox win their 3rd straight on Saturday. They beat the Tigers 7-1. Edgar Cuero, Colson Montgomery home run. Montgomery's got 15, and Andrew Benintendi hits his 4th of the year as well. It was Edgar Cuero's bobblehead day, so of course he hit a home run. Why wouldn't you? Anthony Kay goes 5 innings for the White Sox, 1 earned, and then the bullpen, Taylor, Dominguez, and Richards lock it down. Wencel Perez hit a solo shot while we were recording on Friday. That was, I think. Yes. That was only runs that the Tigers could muster. And then Sunday. Okay. Detroit leads it 1-0 into the 7th. Colson Montgomery ties it up with his 15th homer of the year. Tristan Peters hits an RBI single that gives Chicago the lead, and they hang on to win their 5th straight. They sweep Detroit for their 8th series win over the Tigers. 8th straight series win over the Tigers. I don't know if that's true or not. Anyway, the Tigers fall to 6-21 in the month of May. They're 22-38 overall, and they're going to have some tough decisions coming up with Skubal looking to be close to his return. Rough time to be a Tigers fan. Twins at the Pirates. They're in Pittsburgh. Pirates take the series 2-1 on Friday. Pirates win 6-5. Brian Reynolds hits a walk-off 2-run shot to give the Buccos the win. Minnesota scored in the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd to take a 5-3 lead, but the Pirates bring it all the way back. Saturday, another high-scoring affair. 10-9, the Pirates take it. O'Neal Cruz hits a homer as part of a 6th-run Pirates 2nd inning. And Minnesota keeps scrapping, but they can't hold on. Both offenses showing out. But Buccos win the slug match, which is that's a weird one to say coming out of Pittsburgh. Well, I gotta look at that again. So Pirates win on Saturday and then Friday. So then Sunday, what was the Pirates lose yesterday? No, so that's that was a 3-game sweep for the Pirates. They win 6-5 on Friday. They win 10-9 on Saturday and then 6-3 on Sunday. So, Pirates sweep the series. In a pretty decisive fashion yesterday. They're 32-28 on the year, and they're right in the middle of that NL Central hunt. Twins fall to where are we at here? Twins fall to 27-33, and they drop their 5th straight game. Red Sox at the Guardians. Red Sox go into Cleveland and get the win. They dropped the first game 4-3. Angel Martinez with the RBI single in the first inning, where Cleveland scored 4. Brian Bayo goes 7 scoreless for the Red Sox, but he takes the loss. So yeah, it was one of those ones. He pitched really well, but still gets. Bayo can't. No, that. See, this is why you can't rely on AI for your summaries here. So if he pitched 7 scoreless, then how the fuck did the Guardians score 4 in the first? Unless they had an opener for him. Well, let me see. Yeah. Okay. So he did. San Menego gave up 4 in the first, and then Brian Bayo came in and pitched 7 scoreless. So, all right, there we go. My AI was not incorrect on that. There we go. On Saturday, the Red Sox come back with a blowout. They beat the Guardians 9-1. And then they take the series to go to 8 games under 500, 25-33. Cleveland's at 34-27, still atop the Central. Over in the East, Blue Jays at the Orioles. That was a 4-game series starting on Thursday. They split the series. On Friday, the Jays and the Jays take game 2, 5-3. Brandon Fisher records his first big league save, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. hits a 2-run double that puts the Jays ahead. Saturday, the Orioles come storming back. They win 6-5 in a walk-off fashion. And then, so Toronto was up 5-1 going into the bottom of the 9th. Baltimore sends 8 straight hitters to 8 straight hitters reach safely for the Orioles. Pete Alonso singles to center field to walk it off, which scores Taylor Ward. It's the last time the O's came back from down 4 in the 9th or later was April of 2013. 5-run inning. They Orioles walk away at 6-5. And then yesterday, the Orioles win 9-5. Kyle Bradish went 7 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs. Really good start for Bradish, who's been pitching pretty well as of late. Colton Cowser hits a home run, and then he drove in 4 on the day. Orioles put up 6 runs in the 3rd. Pete Alonso, Polar Bear, has 2 hits, 2 runs, and an RBI. And Yohendrick Pinago hits a 3-run homer for the Blue Jays in the 8th, but it was too little too late. So Baltimore wins the split. and led by Kyle Bradish. Well, they win on Sunday to keep the split. Maybe gives the Orioles a little bit of confidence after sweeping the first place Tampa Bay Rays earlier in their homestand. Flipping over to the National League. Where are we at? Got all sorts of American League stuff in here. There we go. There's the National Leagues. All right. The series that a lot of people were watching, Phillies at the Dodgers. Dodgers take that series, but Friday, Dodgers win 4-2. Justin Robleski, he goes 7 innings, 1 earned, 1 hit, 9 punch outs, and no walks. Absolutely dominant performance. One of the best starts of the weekend anywhere. And the Dodgers get 4 solo home runs on the night. The Phillies come roaring back on Saturday. They take that game 4-3. Edmundo Sosa hits a 2-run homer in the 8th off of Tanner Scott for the go-ahead run. Bryce Harper adds a 2-strike hit to cap it off. Scott blows the save, and Dodgers drop it. I think that was a Wheeler start. Orion Kerkering gets the win, but I'm pretty sure that was Zach Wheeler that got the nod. Oh, that was Luzardo. Luzardo went 5 1/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 6 punch outs. Pretty solid performance. And then Sunday. Let's see, Sasaki started that game against Luzardo. He went 5 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 7 punch outs, and a walk. His only earned was a solo home run. Who was that? That was from Alec Boehm. And then going into Sunday, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. It's a fun name to say. Yoshi Yamamoto. 5 1/3, no runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, and a season high 10 punch outs. Held the Phillies hitless through 3 innings. Got out of his only jam by striking out Kyle Schwarber and Trey Turner with runners on 2nd and 3rd to end the 5th. Ryan Ward hits his first career home run, 400-foot shot to right field. In his 8th career at bat with the Dodgers. Max Muncy hits his 14th. Alex Freeland hits his 3rd. It was a 2-run shot off a splitter that Andrew Painter left up. Andrew Painter takes a loss, and he has not pitched very well this year. Tough start for the rookie. He's 1-6 on the year. Alex Call had a 2-run single. Freddie Freeman ended with 2 RBIs, and Bryson Stott had a solo shot in the 9th to break up the shutout for Phillies. Only good look of the day. Dodgers take that one 9-1. Dodgers finished their homestand 5-1, and they've won 14 of their last 17. They improved to 38-21 on the year. Phillies still over 500, just barely 30-29. Giants at the Rockies. Giants ended it with a splash, but Rockies take the series 2-1. On Friday night, Rockies win 8-6. Giants led 6-3 going into the bottom of the 9th, and Colorado scores 5. Hunter Goodman hits a 3-run homer. 414 shot to left field, 414-foot shot. It was reviewed whether it went foul or not, but it was upheld. That ties the game at 6, and then Ezekiel Tovar hits his 2nd homer of the game to walk it off in an 8-6 final. Tovar had an absolutely massive Friday night, 2 home runs and including the walk-off. On Saturday, Rockies stay hot. They win 8-3. Scott Feltner returns from injury, and he threw 6 shutout innings in a quality start that was actually meaningful for the Rockies. Giants starter gets knocked around early, and Rockies score early and hold the lead. And then yesterday, the Giants let out all their frustration. They put up 19 on the Roccos. Rough day for the Rockies, but they still walk away with the series win against the Giants, who suck out loud. Unlike the Yankees, the Giants did it across multiple innings, but they did have Willie Adames goes yard as part of that offensive just shellacking. The Rockies broadcast team said a lot of records fell today. Rockies are now 22-37 on the year. Giants just barely ahead of them at 23-36. Over in the Central, Brewers continue to be dominant, led by Jacob Misiorowski. Friday night, they win 5-4 in the 10th inning. Jackson Chourio hits a 2-run homer, 431 feet, and in the 5th inning to pull the Brew Crew within 4-3. David Hamilton hits his first homer of the season as a leadoff shot to left to tie it. Earlier in the game, Cam Smith homered twice for the Astros, 2-run shot in the 2nd. He also had an RBI double. The Brewers tied up in the 8th on a Bauer ground out, and then in the 10th, Christian Yelich, who was automatic runner, moved to 3rd, and Bryce Terang hits a go-ahead sac fly off Alimber Santa, who got recognition as part of the complete game no-hitter, or a combined no-hitter earlier, but gives it up. Trevor McGill with his 7th save of the year. Saturday, the Astros come roaring back. They win 9-2. Astros have 18 home runs over their last 9 games. Going into that one, they win their seven of their last 9 until yesterday. Then the Brew Crew blanks them 2-0 behind Jacob Misiorowski, who went 7 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs, and 8 Ks. Only 8 Ks for the big fella. What a bum. What a bum. Abner Uribe and Trevor McGill finish it out. McGill gets his 8th save of the year. Retiring the last 17 Astros in order. Jake Bauers had a 2-run homer in the 4th, and that was the only offense the Brewers needed. They win their 5th in the last 6, and they take the series. They move to 35-21 on the year. Astros are at 27-34. Houston could be dangerous in an American League West that is not very good. All right, Cubs at the Cardinals. This was one of the series I was looking at. The Redbirds take the series 2-1. They win Friday 6-5, and the Cubbies came back, but they couldn't complete it. Gordon Graceffo gets the win out of the bullpen. On Saturday, the Cubs come back and they put a whooping on the Cardinals 6-1. I think Ben Brown was on the mound for them. Had a good game. And then yesterday, Cardinals come right back. They win at 5-1 in the rubber match, and they take the series. Cardinals are now 31-26. The Cubs 1 game ahead of them at 32-28, or I guess a game and a half. But that burns their ass to lose a series to a division rival. Cardinals had 3 homers on Friday with Velasquez, Herrera, and Sagese, Saggese. But the National League Central still the hottest division in baseball, and it is pretty wild. Every team's still above 500. JJ Weatherholt is putting up some pretty historic rookie numbers for the Cardinals, so keep an eye on him as the season progresses. We already covered the Twins and the Pirates. Over in the East, the Braves at the Reds. That was a good series to watch. The Braves stay hot. They take that series 2-1. They win Friday 5-2. Braves offense starts clicking early with a 3-run second inning. Ronald Acuna Jr. homers for the first time of the series, begins his absolute tear for the weekend. Saturday, the Braves win again 5-2, and Acuna hits 2 in the same game, both solo shots. 15th career multi-home run game for him. Did he win yesterday? Yes. So he's hit 4 home runs in his last 5 games, looking like the MVP that we saw previously in his career. Cincinnati able to steal the game yesterday, avoid the sweep. And that was even with Acuna hitting another home run. Mateo also added to the party for the Braves, but Spencer Strider goes 5. And the Reds bats do just enough damage to get by. Braves are at 40-20 on the year, the first team to 40 wins. They're winning at a 667 clip and look like the real deal. And Ronald Acuna is doing his best to make the case that he is the best player in baseball right now. Matt Olson had a home run as well. That's his 16th on the year. And Braves look tough. The Mets look tough this weekend. They were playing the Marlins, but the Marlins have not been exactly a pushover. They haven't been exactly good. But New York gets a sweep at home. They win 9-7 in the 10th inning on Friday. On Saturday, what's the score here? Saturday, they win 6-1. And then again, they put a whooping on them yesterday, 10-1 over the Marlins. Carson Bench hits the first leadoff homer of his career to start the game. And Juan Soto hits a grand slam deep ball to right center in the 6th to blow it wide open. The Mets scored in the 1st, the 2nd, the 4th, and then a 5-run 6th inning to really put a statement on it. The Mets sweep for their longest winning streak of the year. That's at 4 games. Matches their season best. They're still 26-33, 7 games under 500, and only a game ahead of the Marlins at 26-34. Padres at the Nationals. Tough weekend for the Padres. The Nationals take that series 2-1. They win a 9-4 on Friday. Lord, I forget his first name. B. Lord gets the win. Saturday, the Padres come back. They win 4-2. Fernando Tatis Jr. hits his first home run of the year. He got it in May. He didn't have to wait till June, but then he went 0 for 4 yesterday. I had him on my spin ball roster. Damn you. I don't think he had any strikeouts, though. And then yesterday, Nationals win at 4-2. Another stellar offense performance. James Wood hits another one. That dude, he's 6'7", just a giant of a man, but he's got a really short swing with incredibly fast hands. He's been on an absolute tear, hitting the ball on average a 98 mile an hour exit velocity. And then Royals at the Rangers. We talked about that. Just not much going for the Royals. Rangers win 9-1 on Friday. They come back, win 6-3 on Saturday, and then yesterday again 6-3. So we got 9 plus 12. That's 21 to 6 or 7, I guess. Rough times in Kansas City. That offense is anemic to say the least, and Rangers trying to hold ground in the West, doing a pretty decent job of it. I believe they're tied with the A's. So yeah, let's do a quick. We'll do a quick division standings rundown. And over in the East, the Rays a game and a half up on the Yankees. They have the same amount of wins, but Yankees got 3 more losses on the year. Rays kind of just muddling through it right now. They're at 5-5 over their last 10. The Yankees not a ton better at 6-4. Blue Jays also at 6-4. They're coming in 9 games back at 29-31, doing their damnedest to get back to 500. The Orioles as well. They're 7-3 over their last 10. But they're 28-32. And then the Red Sox, they're 4-6 over the last 10, but they've won the last 2, 25-33 on the year. All of those 3 bottom teams in the East, kind of an afterthought. The Cleveland Guardians hang tight there above at the top of the Central, but the White Sox nipping at their heels. They're now 5 games over 500 after the sweep of the Tigers. 7-3 over their last 10. They did lose Murakami to a hamstring injury. The big fella was hustling out a double play attempt. He did beat the throw, but immediately grabbed his leg, and that was in the first inning. So White Sox make the best of it, though. They take the sweep. They're only a game back of the division. The Twins fall to 6.5 games back. They're 27-33. The Royals and the Tigers, just gross. The Royals got a half-game lead on the Tigers with 1 less loss. Same amount of wins, 22-37 and 22-38. And over in the West, A's still on my watch list for the June swoons. They're 2.5 games back of the Mariners. Mariners at 31-29. They're 8-2 over their last 10. Got a 6-game heater going. The A's at 3-7 over their last 10. The Rangers tied with the A's. They're 4-6 over their last 10, but they got a 3-game win streak going after the sweep in Kansas City. Astros at 27-34. They're 7-3 over their last 10. And they're starting to look like they could be a decent team. Angels, bleh. They're 6-4 over their last 10, but they're still 6 games back of 500, 23-37. Over in the National League, the Braves still keep chugging along, 40-20, 667 win percentage. What is it? Plus 109 run differential. I think that leads the league. Yeah, so the Yankees are at 98, and the Doyers lead in run differential at plus 129. The Nationals, though, taking the second spot in the East. They're 2 games over 500, still 9 back. They're 6-4 over their last 10, got a 2-game win streak going. The Phillies dropped to 30-29. They're 5-5 over their last 10. But I would imagine them to stay pretty good the rest of the year. And then the Mets and the Marlins bringing up the basement. Mets climb ahead of the Marlins, I think, for the first time in quite a while. 26-33 on the year. 5-5 over their last 10. They got a 4-game win streak going. The Marlins, however, got a 5-game schneid going. They dropped to 36-24. 14 games out of the division. Wild card. There's 6 games back of the wild card. So they're not out of it, but they're not really in it either. The Central, that's the division to watch. Reds bringing up the rear at 30-28. 2 games over 500. 6-4 over their last 10, and they're still in the basement. The Cubbies, 3-7 over their last 10. They dropped to 32-28, 5 games back of the Brew Crew. And the Pirates coming on now. They got a 3-game win streak going. Is that 3-game win streak? That's what it's showing on MLB. So they sweep the Twins. They're 5 games back, and then the Cardinals take the series from the Cubbies 2-1. They improved to 31-26, 4.5 games back of the Brewers, but they're 3-7 over their last 10. And the Brew Crew 7-3, 35-21, 4.5 games up on the Cardinals to just pad their lead in the Central, and they could give up the lead. I don't see it happening though. I've been talking about the Brewers for a while, and they're pretty damn good, but so is this whole division. The Reds managed to avoid the sweep from the Braves. They still look like a pretty good team. J.J. Bleday having a nice little resurgence over there in Cincinnati. I'm glad to see it. Former A's outfielder struggled for us last year, and he ended up in Cincinnati. And in the National League West, the Dodgers add to their lead. They're at 38-21, putting up gaudy numbers with a plus 129 run differential. That's redonkulous. The Padres, they are 3-7 over their last 10. Dodgers are 8-2. Padres at 32-26, and they look like they need some help. Diamondbacks, after a really, really hot stretch, they get silenced up in Seattle, get swept. They're still 6-4 over their last 10. They're coming in at 31-27, game back of the Padres, but good enough for that second wild card spot, I believe. Who's the other wild card? The Cardinals. So we got the Padres, the Diamondbacks, and the Cardinals. If the season were to end today, that would be our wild card teams. And the Giants and the Rockies both suck. The Giants avoid the sweep and manage to stay out of the National League West basement. Let's see if the Rockies can put a few wins together in June and climb into that 4th place spot. That was my goal last year. That's what I wanted to see last year for the A's, is to not finish in last. And they were able to climb ahead of the Halos. We'll see if the Rockies can do the same and put those damn Giants right there in the basement. All right, let's look at the probable pitchers for today. We got a pretty decent slate. Tigers headed down to Florida to take on the Rays. That's probably going to be some tough news for the Tigers. They've really been struggling. They've got to snap out of the funk, or I would say their season's kind of done already. It's early still, but it's not looking good. Marlins at the Washington Nationals. We got Sandy Alcantara on the mound, facing off against Cade Cavalli. We got Ty Madden and Griffin Jacks facing off in the Tigers-Rays game. Royals at the Reds. We got Luinder Avila for the Royals taking on Lion Richardson. Richardson's got a 13.50 ERA. What's his look like? So he's only had one game that he's appeared, and that was Saturday at the Braves, or against the Braves. He had 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 run. It was a home run, but he also had 1 punch out. So I'm guessing that's going to be a bullpen game. If I had to guess, which I don't have to, but I'm going to. I'm not going to take the over on that, even though it's at Great American Ballpark and Lion Richardson's got a really small sample size, but the Royals can't put up runs, so I'm not going to bet the over. White Sox headed up to Minnesota to take on the Twins. No no announced starter yet for the White Sox, but they're taking on Joe Ryan, who's got a sub-3 ERA coming in at 2.94, 3-3 on the year with 70 punch-outs. That dude's a good pitcher. I have to look at the odds on that, but that might be one to bet the Twins. Rangers headed over to St. Louis. We've got Jacob deGrom and Michael McGreevy. This is one of the better pitching matchups today, it looks like. McGreevy's got a 2.98, and deGrom is deGrom. His ERA is a little elevated. He's got 70 strikeouts on the year, and when he deals, but that Rangers offense is kind of anemic. And we got the Giants at the Brewers. Landon Raup going for the Giants against Shane Drohan. Brewers roll. I'm going to bet the Brewers unless it's a stupid line. I bet it's minus 210 or better for the Brew Crew. And we got the Rockies at the Angels. Kyle Freeland and Jose Soriano, Austin Warren and Emerson Hancock at the Mets and the Mariners. The Mariners looking to continue their hot streak. And then we got the Dodgers at the D-backs for a pretty important series. Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound for the D-backs and Emmett Sheehan for the Dodgers. And that's the weekend wrap up and a little bit of a preview into the day. Jake will be back tomorrow, and we'll see you then. So have a good day and move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Son up, slates full, we already locked in. Matt and Jake on the mic, let the show begin. Score, starters, who's hot and who's not. Burning daylight sports, give it everything we got. First pitch energy, no time to sleep. 15 games on the board, the grind don't cease. Don't waste the daylight, it is already on. Burning daylight sports, that's all.